I need you to understand something. I keep things for a very long time. If my house hadn't burned down in 2010, I would still have things from high school. I would still have things from when I was 5 years old. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine. Today, we're gonna do the spring-summer version of a video I put out a few months ago, my thrifted spring and summer wardrobe. Spring can mean a lot of things. For me, I live in New York City, okay? I think it was 35 degrees last night. That's pretty cold. I am going to Los Angeles the first week of May, which I'm very excited about. I pulled out a few kind of summery things because I think May in Southern California has a lot more of a summery vibe. What do I mean by thrifted? Well, first, it means I bought it secondhand, either at a thrift store or online. In some cases, a vintage store, but very rarely because I'm not made of money. And a few hand-me-downs here and there. Oh, by the way, the top that I'm wearing today, it's actually a bodysuit. This is thrifted. This is just an Urban Outfitters bodysuit. Oh yeah. Quick disclaimer, just something that I feel the need to mention. I'm gonna post pictures of myself wearing every item that I've worn in the past, but since there's gonna be literally hundreds of items, I don't think I have time to try on my entire closet. I'm so sorry if you're looking for a try on haul, then might not be the video for you, but the pictures I'm gonna post are gonna be really cool, so I don't know, like, it should scratch the itch. Okay, first, this is a Victoria's Secret slip. I think it's from the 90s because my mom had something very similar to it back in the day. It is made of silk. It is somewhat form-fitting and it's a mini dress. I mean, I guess technically it's a nightgown, but here on this channel, we wear nightgowns as dresses. I thrifted this online. I've said a million times I love Mercari. Next is a Selkie dress. I obviously didn't find this in a thrift store, but I did buy it secondhand. And I think when we think of brands that are current, we don't think, hey, I should just buy it secondhand. I mean, why not? Especially these. I mean, I feel like people bought Selkie dresses for like the Eras Tour and they buy them for their birthdays. And then they sell them because they're not cheap. So I bought this secondhand on Mercari. It was basically brand new. And I wore it for a kind of a coquette themed birthday party that I threw. I feel like someone said Selkie dresses are over for 2024. And as soon as I heard that, I instinctively wanted to be stubborn and find more ways to wear this year. Sorry in advance for any noise outside. I fantasize about one day not living on the busiest street in America, but in the meantime, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, this next dress I absolutely love, but I haven't worn it yet. The brand is Jasmine by KBM. I really like the tags, so I'm gonna show you the tags where possible. I'm really trying to do kind of like a Serena van der Woodsen like flowing maxi dress spring. This is definitely just polyester, but it is double lined and I think this will be a fun one for spring summer. This is a nightgown that my mother gave to me. I think on a lot of people's spring boards right now, they have black lace and black mesh. I've had it for a really long time. It's really flattering and not until last summer, fall that I realized that it would be totally appropriate to wear out in the real world. This is another nightgown that I got from my mom. This is something that you've probably been seeing everywhere, a lace dress, or really it's more like a mesh, as you can kind of see. It's like a fishnet with detailing, and I like love it, love it, love it. I love this plunging neckline. I wore this in the summertime with a bathing suit underneath. I think it came off as a sleigh. I really, really recommend checking the lingerie section at thrift stores. They have things like this there all the time. There tends to be a lot of like random really good stuff there, even though this one was gifted to me from my mama. Sorry if I'm like burning through this. I have a lot to get through, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster than I usually talk on here. The reality is that this is probably one of my favorite skirts ever. And I cannot believe I thrifted it. I cannot believe it's 100% silk. I cannot believe how on trend this Little Mermaid hem is. The brand is Sioni. It looks like that. I found this at Goodwill in my hometown in North Carolina. I cannot wait to wear this in a million different ways. This next skirt I found on the exact same thrift trip actually. This is actually a maxi skirt from Gap. And I think it's supposed to be high-waisted, but I actually got it in a size that's a little bit too big, so it sits low-waisted, which I really, really like. I like the Gap. I would shop there still. They had something cute. I'm not above really anything. Like, I was raised shopping on sale, thrifting. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. Next on our maxi skirt arsenal. This is another 100% silk, much more summery, flowing maxi skirt. This one is by Jones, New York. You might recognize this as a store your mom used to shop at in the mall. My style is all over the place. I know myself pretty well and I know what I like, to the point where I feel like I can mix and match genres and personalities like super easily with everything that I wear. But one thing that I return to time and time again is earthy fabrics, earthy materials, beachy, feminine, but also a little bit rugged. planet. A Virgo sun, Leo rising, Pisces moon, Scorpio Venus, if that tells you anything. Libra Mercury. So I like to be clear. This is also another silk skirt that I found on that same trip that I found the beige one in. So I think it might have been owned by the same person. It's like absolutely stunning silk skirt. This one's 9 West. It says size 4. It fits me, so I'm thinking it might not be a size 4. I just wear it a little bit higher on the waist. This is why I love skirts. You can wear them high, you can wear them low, you can do whatever. Once again, we're working with silk. I am obsessed with thrifting silk. I think this was also from a Goodwill at a different time. The brand is INC International Concepts. Kind of on the alternative end, I thrifted this. This is just an H&M plaid, you know, skater skirt. I feel like a lot of you Gen Z, you probably had this in like middle school. I remember girls wearing this in the beginning of the 2010s. The American Apparel aesthetic had like bled into like the H&M Forever 21 vibe. In fact, this might actually be from Forever 21. I don't know if it has a tag on it anymore because it was probably scratching me, but I don't care. Like I said, I'm not above thrifting any brand. I'm not above thrifting mall brands. I'm not above thrifting current brands, expensive or cheap. I really don't care. Does it look good on me? And can I style it in a modern way? And if the answer is yes to both of those things, I'm gonna get it. And then my last and probably favorite skirt that I have thrifted, this one I found online last year when denim maxi skirts were kind of like first coming back into style. I'm gonna wear it every single season until denim maxi skirts go out of style and people think that I'm like a fundamentalist Christian or something. Why is it so loud? Spring is gonna be tough. Motorcycle season does not want me to make videos. But anyway, I love this one because it is bodycon. It's a little bit unique, sexy. I would expect nothing less from the brand Hot Kiss. Look at this tag. This is a really, really good early 2000s brand. You need a classic Hawaiian shirt. This shirt is actually from Hawaii, and that's what makes it cool. I think it is vintage, I really don't know. It is so good in the summertime to wear over a bikini top with some shorts. Would I wear it in March? Probably not, but you know, is it vacay appropriate? Yeah. I found this one at a Goodwill in downtown Brooklyn in the men's section. This is something I thrifted online. I have yet to wear it. This is from Princess Polly originally. I got into this phase where I was realizing that I look really good in corset tops and I needed more of them. Now I have way too many. I bought this in the store, inside a thrift store. It is a really soft denim 90s halter top thing. I had something just like this in the 90s. I used to wear a lot of this like really soft denim. This one's by Arizona Jeans, but I used to wear a lot of LEI, if you guys remember that brand. Lee, Union Bay, oh my God, yeah. This is Arizona Jeans Company. This is the tag. It's 100% cotton. The fit is a little bit off. I think the cups are a little bit too big on my chest and the straps are not long enough. Anyway, you don't need to know my life story. You just need to know that this is cute. Guys, we all went through a phase in 2020 and 2021 when we were going to the thrift store and shopping in the little kid section. And that's because baby tees were all the rage. And I have gotten rid of some of those, but I kept a few things that I think are really cute. Like this polo shirt from, yeah, the Children's Place. It's literally a size child's medium, so a 7 and 8. This is for a 7 and 8-year-old, but you know what? I look good in it. This Calvin Klein 90s shirt is one of the first things I thrifted after my house burned down in 2010. And I have been wearing it every spring and summer ever since. It's so classic, and I'm like 90% sure that Jerry Seinfeld had the same shirt because he wears it in a lot of the episodes. The brand is Calvin Klein Sport. It's 100% cotton. This is another thing I thrifted online with intent to sell, but I ended up keeping it because it is simply too cute. It is a lingerie top from the 90s, early 2000s. The brand is Cinema Etoile. It is polyester, but I love to wear something like this with pants as a going out top. Us millennials, we know the importance of a going out top. Very similar. If I was a normal person, I wouldn't need both of these tops, but I'm unfortunately not. This is another blouse. It's technically, no, this one's not a lingerie blouse, but it's a flouncy blouse. I freaking love stuff like this. It's sort of like, you know, the early 2000s, 90s version of a peplum, where it's not coming up here and going out. It's a longer waist, gives you that slimming look, and then can kind of like hang over your jeans. And that is how I love to wear this top. Again, this is International Concepts, INC. Told you it was a hot brand. Again, I'm like super into long tops. Do you guys remember like the craze in the 2000s and probably the 2010s for some kids of tunic tops? That was like a wild time, but I feel like we're actually kind of back in that era. We're also back in the buffalo check era. I really don't care what anyone has to say about anything. This brand is Vestique. I've never heard of it. It's probably some random brand in the 2010s. But I wear this off the shoulder, just like this, beep boop, with baggy jeans. I wear it with shorts. I think it's freaking adorable. I will never, that's my cat feeding himself. I will never get over like an off the shoulder look. I think it is just so romantic and cute, and I do think it's timeless. Not the cold shoulder, not the cutout, but just a straight up off the shoulder scrunchy top like this. Yeah, I want to say I got that at Goodwill. This is another lingerie piece that I got online. I knew that it was going to be super, super delicate when I found it. Like, it's sort of overly washed, kind of like has this like burnout texture to it. This is simply just from like a degrading synthetic fabric over time, but I had to have it because I'm a sucker for things that are in a flattering silhouette. Okay, because I'm addicted to lingerie tops, we have a couple more. This is Seductive Wear by Cinema Etoile. This is similar, very similar actually to the purple one. It is like a long tank with a drapey see-through bottom that kind of opens up. So I think this is really cute because you can wear it with something low rise. It's not see-through on the boob part, so we're really only showing what we want to show. I don't think that you can only wear velvet accents in just winter, right? I mean, this is like subtle enough. I thrifted this top because I was really into like the lace camis that I was seeing all over Pinterest. And I was asked to do a video for this thrifting app called Teleport. So I bought this black lace cami from, I think, the early 2000s for about $5. The brand is Vixen, which I love. I love this tag. Hold on, there it is. This one, I just love so much. The brand is Next Era. Look at that tag. Ugh. If that's not early 2000s, I don't know what is. I'm like 80% sure that I had this top in middle school, and I used to wear it with those mud jeans that laced up the side. And my teachers used to get mad at me because you could always see my underwear through the lace up opening, which I realize now is kind of inappropriate for a 13-year-old. But that's neither here nor there. I love this tag. I bought it at Goodwill. This corset top is another Princess Polly top that I literally just searched for on Mercari because I wanted it, but I didn't want to pay full price. And I probably paid like, I don't know, 50% of what it would have cost otherwise. I'm telling you guys, do it. And I wear it all the time. Like, if you like a certain fast fashion brand, buy them secondhand. Like, why do you need to be the first person to ever wear something? Ask yourself that. This one is by Kenneth Cole, New York. It's a kind of a mesh, late 90s, early 2000s. You know, I don't think mesh tops are completely out of style. I think the reason why you guys don't like them anymore is because everybody bought the same ones from Urban Outfitters. I don't think that any style or fabric can be completely over. You're just sick of seeing it in a specific way. This is why going to the thrift store, it always helps jog your creativity. I also talked about this top for winter. I don't even really know if I got a chance to wear it yet. This one is silk. I bought it on Mercari. It is from the 90s. The brand is Harold's. I really love this tag. I'm really into like, I don't know, like 90s boho, you know, like Phoebe Buffet. Like one of my aunts is a little bit like new age, and I'm trying to channel some of the stuff that she was wearing in the 90s. I talked about this shirt on a couple of my previous videos. I think I wore it in my last video, right? Am I crazy? I don't know. It's Forever 21, you guys, but I bought it secondhand from like a stoop sale, yard sale pop-up thing that my friend was having where she was getting rid of old clothes. And it's probably from the 2010s, and I think it goes really well with my style now. Like, I'm styling this in a 2009 Alexa Chung indie kind of a way. I think when I was getting like first into like Matilda Jerv style, which for the most part doesn't look good on me, I was venturing into the men's section for kind of oversized button downs. And I do love an oversized kind of classic men's button down in a flattering color, slick back bun, that type of thing. The brand of this one is Chaps. You know, there's part of it that's kind of giving bananas and pajamas, but maybe that works for me. I don't know. I did mention that I think sweaters are relevant for spring. I mean, like, how could they not be? It's not hot everywhere. So I laid out a couple of my sweaters that I've been wearing a lot already, and I'm gonna keep wearing probably until around April-ish. This could be considered very winter. It does have sort of a wintry look to it, but I feel like paired with some khakis and my platform Uggs, I think that this could give kind of springtime at the beach. I think there's something cozy about spring. Brand is Bass. This is a really cool tag as well. I'll show you. And I thrifted this one at a local spot for a couple $. I feel the same way about this Abercrombie cable knit sweater. I think the fisherman sweater, that is very springtime to me. Claw clip your hair back. I mean, come on. Like, I just keep thinking like New England or like the Pacific Northwest. Coastal grandmother. Coastal grandmother is very springtime, but like cold. This kind of gives sort of a similar thing. This is actually my mom's sweatshirt that I tried from her closet shirt. I actually have another one that I forgot to get out. I have a couple other sweatshirts that I really like that are similar to this. Really good quality hoodies and sweatshirts that have like a collegiate feel to them, I think are very spring. I have like a navy one that says Cape Cod on it that I also thrifted. I've never been to Cape Cod. You know, it's very Dawson's Creek college years. So we can't talk about thrifted tops without talking about t-shirts. I'll just kind of tell you my goal with thrifting t-shirts. First of all, they're so cheap. I like to go into the men's section, the kids section. You know, a child's XL can sometimes be the perfect top, and you find a lot of really good stuff depending on the thrift store. And I just realized like a lot of my personal style is wearing a freaking t-shirt. So like, for example, this is like the Ron John shirt that I thrifted the other day. I want to pair these types of shirts with long prairie skirts, long jorts, boots. This is a vintage Universal Studios t-shirt. This is a vintage NSYNC shirt that I found on Mercari. I probably did pay like 20 bucks for it, but I know that it's an original tour t-shirt, so it was worth it. This is a 90s Tweety shirt that my boyfriend got me as part of a thrift bundle for Valentine's Day a couple years ago. I freaking love it. Here's the tag on this one if you're interested. This is a Notre Dame shirt. I don't know anything about Notre Dame, but I love how kind of like preppy and polo-y it is. And another random beach shirt that says Key West. And then this is like a tiny little kid's t-shirt. It's a Cub Scout shirt. How cute is that? It's probably the tiniest shirt that I own and wear on a regular basis. And then lastly is an original Disney Pixar Cars t-shirt. When I tell you people think that this is like a Dale Earnhardt shirt from far away, without fail. No, it's a Lightning McQueen shirt. These pink overalls are so freaking cute. I think they're a little too small for me, and also pastel pink is not really my color. When I got them, I was thinking, wait a minute, this is like dopamine dressing is making me happy. Now I'm thinking what would make me happy is to have more room in my closet and to sell this to one of you guys. They are 100% cotton. The brand is Crazy Horse by Liz Claiborne. I got these on Depop. I paid $30 for them. I think that's probably what they're worth. Speaking of overalls, I just showed these in my last video for my mini thrift haul. I got these camo overalls by the brand Winchester. I think that means that they're actual hunting overalls, which I don't hunt. I'll never hunt. I don't believe in hunting. I believe in eating Impossible sausage. I also believe in cute overalls. So these pants were handed down from my mom. They are pinstripe. And guess what? They're skinny. Because I don't care what people say. I'm not afraid to wear a skinny pant. I know what I'm doing. The brand is called Crazy Larry. Check out this tag. I swear this is from like Y2K era. Thank you, mommy. I wore these to a wedding that ended up being in Vogue weddings. And yes, I paired these janky ass hand-me-down pants with a Gautier top. You can make anything work. Speaking of hand-me-downs, these pants are so freaking cute. These are my mom's. She's obsessed with them, and so am I. These are like the most fun pants ever. They're kind of a wide leg. The brand is Trina Turk. I've never heard of her, no offense. But these are so fun. Every time I wear these, I get a ton of compliments. Another tight pinstripe pant that I inherited from my mom is these. I do think they're very, very cute and have that sort of like fun early 2000s girly aesthetic to them. If you guys follow Natalia Spots on Instagram, her style is very whimsical early 2000s. Anyway, she's the owner of Funny Pretty Nice. I don't know her personally, but I'm obsessed with her Instagram and everything she does and wears. I didn't get those there. Again, like I said, those were my mom's. These are men's Lee dungarees. When I say Lee dungarees, British people, I'm not talking about overalls, okay? I'm talking about the brand Lee dungarees. This is what it looks like. There was a lot more fabric on this label when I bought it, but I've since worn them a zillion times. They're from the men's section. Just buy a janky men's pair of jeans from the thrift store and you will be good on baggy jeans for the rest of your life. Let me tell you something. 2 years ago during spring, I thrifted a bunch of capris because I had a feeling that they would be back. And I was right. These are cargo capris. I don't know if y'all remember when your mom's was wearing these, but these are originally from the Limited. they happen to look so cute on. I find them to be really flattering, and I remember I had a pair exactly like these in 8th grade. Rack your memory for styles that, really subtle styles that used to be popular when you were younger. That knowledge, that information is gonna be useful to you one day. I have the same exact ones. I got the same thrift trip in green, but they actually happen to be a different brand. These are Faded Glory, which is originally Walmart. I'm not afraid to thrift something from a low quality brand, because if it's what I want, who cares? Can you guys hear my neighbor singing? He's a really good singer. And he has to rehearse a lot. I talked about these before as well. These are men's Polo Ralph Lauren khakis. They're so freaking cute. I thrifted these back when I was kind of in my baggy business casual era, but I'm glad I have them because they go with a lot of things. These were found in my granddaddy's garage. I love them. They're like a linen knee-length high-waisted short. I think this works really well for like the boxer shorts trend, which I'm obsessed with. The brand is Essentials Sport. 55% linen, 45% cotton. It's so funny how a natural fiber that's cool and high quality was probably bought at like, I don't know, JCPenney in like the 80s, and it's just been sitting in my granddaddy's garage ever since. Guys, classic cutoffs. I know these are sort of basic at this point, but it took me so long as a girl with squonking hips to find a pair of cutoffs that fit me well. These I found at an L Train Vintage in Bushwick in like 2014, but at the time it was a revelation because I just didn't think they made them for girls with big butts, and I realized that I think if you just accept that you need a bigger size and you can find a pair of shorts that fits better, which took me a very long time to do. So this is like a high-waisted denim. These are Levi's. They're Levi's 550s. These camo men's shorts, I believe that they were literally cut off from pants. The brand is Wrangler Jeans Cargo from the 2000s. I already know I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of these this summer. These are also Wrangler, and I love these because they have a kind of like a cowboy label on the back. They're a little bit baggier, a little bit longer, not high-waisted, and very versatile. Oh my God, these are also Wrangler as well. Maybe I'm obsessed with Wrangler. These are jorts that I cut from a pair of pants that I bought for my friend or traded when we had a stoop sale. The long jort, still very much a spring trend. I've talked a little bit about Liz Claiborne on this channel before because it's one of those like ubiquitous thrift brands that's like easy to find, but it consistently like very cool 90s stuff. These are a pair of Liz wear shorts. So these are Liz wear, I guess, was like Liz Claiborne's like sportswear brand back in the day, and they're obviously like a golf short or whatever, but I also think goes perfectly with the boxer shorts trend, you know? Same with these. These are like a paisley long short that I also found at like a Goodwill. The brand of these is Outback Red, and they're 100% cotton. These are a little bit oversized, like a little bit bigger than the size I normally wear. But again, like baggy is in, so like now you can wear it low-waisted. And then last thing, speaking of the boxer shorts trend, these are actual boxers that I bought from a flea market, and I'm obsessed with them. They're Planet Hollywood. And I actually have yet to wear these, which is kind of bumming me out. So I'm totally gonna style these like this. I love the idea of wearing boxers with knee-high boots. I think it's so extra for no reason. So now we'll talk about jackets. And of course, jackets are more of a winter thing, but I obviously am gonna be wearing quite a few of them in spring until it warms up. If you wanna see more of my jacket collection, you can go watch the winter version of this video. It's my first video ever, actually. But I'm just gonna name a couple of iconic pieces that I'm gonna be wearing a lot this spring. The first one is this sort of a jacket, sort of a dress, denim stretchy piece here that I thrifted. It's originally from Dollhouse. Look at that label. I mean, that is incredible. It fits like a dress, but I don't think it is one because the buttons only go down to here. So it fits like a little bit more of like almost like a bodycon trench coat, which sounds crazy, but it really wasn't that far-fetched of a thing in the early 2000s. I'm really excited. I think it's very 70s. I can wear with a lot of things, namely maybe mini dresses and like long flares. This trench coat I have talked about before. The brand is Linda Richards. No idea who that is, but it's a very, very pretty kind of like 80s label, early 90s even. This style of jacket is very like Catherine O'Hara in Home Alone, like the big shoulders. It's just such a cool jacket to have. I feel like it's very model off duty. There's a lot of like really good examples of, I don't know, Hailey Bieber wearing these types of jackets, or trench coats rather, but like this light vintage trench. I think finding one that is oversized and hangs on your body correctly is a little bit hard to do. In terms of like raincoats, because raincoats are very spring, This is another like raincoat that I thrifted. It looks a little bit like, you know, the leather blazers that we've all been wearing, but it's actually made of this kind of like synthetic raincoat material. And the brand is actually Spring Street. How 90s, right? I mean, it's very much Rachel Green. We can wear this with a mini and like a knee-high boot, or even like a rain boot if it's storming outside. So maybe I'll throw this on when I go to the store later today. Like I've said before on this channel, most of my jewelry is just hand-me-downs from my mom because she and I have similar tastes, and I never want to like invest in jewelry for myself. It's just not something that I feel called to do usually. But this past year I got really into like earthy vintage jewelry, including the necklace actually that I have on now. And I made a little like vision board, and I went to a flea market and I found a bunch of stuff that like fit. This is like almost all of this is from the exact same haul. That's how well I manifested it. First, I found this glass bead. It is a heart with a little flower in it, which I love. I got that at the Chelsea Flea. I really think they charged me like $15 for like all 3 of the things that I got there, or 4 things, yeah. Which also included this other heart bead. This is like an amber glass bead, which I think fits my personal style really, really well. Then this, which is my absolute favorite. You'll probably see me wear it like a billion jillion times, but very obviously very like island vibe to it. And there are a lot of small brands making jewelry like this right now, and it's just, I was so happy to have found my exact style of jewelry at a flea market, including this bracelet as well. It's black plastic, fine, whatever, beads, with a little like rosette. And flower accents are really popular right now, so I was really happy to have found that. Then the last piece, this was a little bit more of an investment because it's actually Tiffany at that studio sale that my friend was having. She's a art director and prop designer for movies and television, set design. She has a lot of like costume pieces and a lot of like amazing vintage pieces that she has found over the years. So this was a little bit more of an investment because I wanted to pay her what I felt that it was worth, but it is really, really beautiful kind of hibiscus flower necklace. So now that I found my specific style, I feel really happy about it. I have these knee-high leather boots with like a little gold detailing on the side here, which I really love. They're kind of like a riding boot style without being like too basic. You can kind of throw them on with anything and it makes it like a little bit more chic, especially because they're true vintage. I also had them resold, which was an investment, but I feel like vintage leather is worth investing in. Next, we have probably one of my most prized possessions, my cowboy boots. These are Ariat cowboy boots, so they're like actual real, you know, Western riding boots, which makes them a little stiffer, but it makes them really good quality also, and I think they're gonna last a really, really long time. I love, love, love this like blue embroidery here, and I also love that it's like this dark red that, you know, it fits the pop of red trend, but then once that trend is over, like I still think that buying a really good quality, timeless version of something is going to make it more long lasting in your wardrobe. A couple of years ago, I was like really into getting like Y2K shoes, and the Steve Madden Slinky came on. These are not Steve Madden, these are BB, which I'm kind of obsessed with. I just remember making a really big deal about those shoes when I was in 6th grade. I talked about these in my previous video as well, but I really think that they're gonna pop off for spring. Silver leather ballet flats by Sam Edelman. These are like a dime a dozen online because they were popular for so long. I specifically wanted silver metallic, so that's what I looked for. And yeah, they're a little uncomfortable. I'm trying to wear them with like socks or tights to keep my heels from getting all cut up. And so I talked about these New Balance 990s a lot. These are just a classic good dad shoe, and I think that that is very nice to have for spring. I'm thinking about trying to thrift a little bit more of an updated pair. I feel like these were like the it shoe in 2020, and I don't know, somehow 4 years have gone by. I've talked about these a lot before as well, but when I was on my campus boots kick, I was looking for them, but I couldn't find any in my budget. Instead, I found these from Lucky Brand, which are a very similar style, and they are real leather, and they look just as cute. They like get the job done. They're very much a spring and summer shoe as much as they are a fall winter shoe. And then lastly, I'm gonna talk about these shoes, which I didn't thrift. I actually got them from my mom, but I really think that the wooden sole like shoe is back. This was a really kind of a cheesy type of shoe in the 2000s that the girls were wearing, you know, and in the 90s too. Like Candies used to make these. These are going to be very 70s, and they're gonna be very chic, and I'm totally gonna find a way to wear them this summer. What the hell? Another thing that I have way too many of is purses and bags. For many years, I would only use like one purse, and that was a Coach satchel like this. It was a big black one though. And it was a gift from my mom, a hand-me-down. I don't know, I like having one purse and everything is in the same place every day. But once I started working from home, I started playing with purses a lot more and it became a lot more fun. So this also is a hand-me-down from my mom, and it's a little Coach satchel. It's navy blue. And I just think there's something so like classic about this. I talked about this in my spring trends video and I just want to show it off. I'm really into quirky bags right now. I thrifted this one at Crossroads in the Flatiron District. It's a thrift store here in Manhattan. And so I paid like $30 for it, which is kind of a lot, but it's such a rare, weird bag and it's huge. I love the idea of having these like this silly satchel that I can bring with me everywhere that no one else is going to have. Speaking of silly, this one was from my mom as well, but it is like a literal promotional Dr. Pepper bag with a little pouch here for you to actually put your Dr. Pepper in. I keep thinking that I should get rid of this, but I just think it is so funny and cool that I like cannot seem to get myself to do it. I have way too many tote bags though, like don't let me touch a tote. And then lastly, I have this leather blue hobo bag that I thrifted a while ago when I just figured that big old bags were gonna make a comeback, and now they have, and I'm really glad I have it. For obvious reasons, light blue is gonna go really well with spring clothes. I don't know the brand here. What's the brand, guys? I don't know, it has a C on the inside. What is that? If you have any idea what brand this is, let me know. I'm a hats girl. I like hats, I think they're cute. And I'm obsessive about keeping the sun off of my face because I don't wanna age, and I think it's working. Not that there's anything wrong with aging. That's a topic for another day. This is a vintage bubblegum hat. If you're a child of the 90s, you will recognize how cool this is. Goes with my promotional Dr. Pepper bag, I suppose. Speaking of promotional hats, this is a hat, this is Bull Durham. I mentioned before that I am from North Carolina, so that is cool to me. I found this up here on the street in a bin outside of like one of those dollar stores down on Flatbush Avenue. This is a trucker hat that says cat on it with a C for Cat Dookie. I think it's cool. I'm thinking about getting Dookie embroidered under here. It's from Rogue Vintage in Lower East Side. This is a camo hat, real treat, very trending for many reasons. Find them for super cheap. Don't buy the stupid designer ones with stuff written across the front. I mean, if you want to, you can, but like, I bought this for $2 at the thrift store. This one I bought on Depop. It's Coors non-alcoholic in this khaki material. I am obsessed because, as many of you know, I am sober. I have not had a drink in 3 years, and I'm really, really proud of myself. But the Coors label with the non-alcoholic, this is my hat of achievement here. And then this is a beret. I think it is so cute. I'm a big beret fan, as you guys know. This actually isn't even thrifted, I don't think. This is like literally mine from when I was a kid from the children's place. And I have a big head, so I'm surprised that it stretches to fit. And then my very last thing I wanna show you is this silk scarf that someone gave me for free in like an eBay package where I had bought something else. And it's not really my style, but scarves are like kind of the move and kind of the look. And actually, is it my style? I just realized. Wait, I just realized. Yeah, I'm kind of realizing in real time that maybe it is my style, and I'll give it a shot. It was originally from Talbot's, and I think silk scarves are definitely a trend for spring, and I want to wear more of them. Just maybe not this one, or maybe this one. So that's it. That's my entire thrifted spring and summer wardrobe. I know it was a lot, and I appreciate you sticking with me. I think it's fun to see every single thing in someone's closet that they've thrifted over the years. So hopefully you enjoyed it as well and got some inspiration to go thrifting for your spring and summer wardrobes yourself. I didn't go into swimwear because I have an enormous vintage and thrifted swimwear collection. If you didn't think swimwear was thriftable, think again, because I'm gonna make a separate video all about that, and that will have a try on haul because I'm getting into spring shape and I want to show that off. Just being fully honest with you there, okay? If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. It'll actually really help my channel. I'm still growing, and I really appreciated all the love and support you guys have given me so far this year. It kind of blows my mind. I hit my first 1,000 subscribers earlier this week, so cheers. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a new one, which I get is OD. I never do that, but if you want to. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. Probably not. Oh, follow me on Instagram at katdookie if you want to see the different ways that I wear these clothes and just be my friend kind of in real life. And on TikTok at katdookie and Pinterest at katdookie too. Okay, happy spring.